Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio. Wow, that's an eye-opener, and that Wisconsin is an awesome thing. And now we are so lucky we have Bill Zettler with us that came into the studio to talk about his book. But Bill, what I'd like to discuss with you first is the difference between Wisconsin and what this Governor Walker has done in comparison and to contrast what Illinois is doing.
Let me introduce this guy, because we've been working together quite a while, and I think we've gotten a bit out in the public, but can't say enough about Bill Zettler. You know, I'm an old goat, and I've been in this fight. I've been the skunk at a picnic for a long time, fighting the teachers' union and the foolishness of the management of the K-12 system. And so over 15 years ago, I was publishing the salaries and the pensions of the K-12 system for the whole state of Illinois, all of the teachers and their administrators' salaries and things. A big pile of statistics, and if you wanted to, you could go into it fairly well arranged and find out what they were making and stuff like that. But about 6 years ago, this guy got poking into there and started writing articles. And he has got a great talent that is into this new book, the Illinois pension scam. We call it scam.
Which is available at Amazon and championnews.net.
But more about Mr. Zettler. He poked his snoot in there and started writing this stuff. And what's in the book, there's 301 pages of this. There's a lot of reading to do. But I'll tell you, you can take this book and open it up, and that chapter, whatever it is, start reading it. You can't put the book down, because each chapter is a short story, and it's as exciting as Bret Hart telling us about anecdotes about the early cowboys, because there's revenuers and wrongdoers here in this book, plenty of them. And Bill here is a great guy because he took a pile of data and he turned it into an interesting flock of stories. And of course, you'll be stunned when you read this thing, because he brings into significance these fantastic salaries and pensions, particularly the people that are so-called running the system. Actually, they don't, because the teachers' union is running the system, as becomes apparent when you get far enough into it. The lackeys that are being paid high salaries in the K-12 system as superintendents and so on, they're just figures in a play, because really the teachers union, with a vast amount of money they're pouring into this thing to the politicians, are running it. But Bill has written a fantastic book here, and he started digging into the pile of statistics about 6 years ago. And that's where this wonderful, interesting thing, and the significance of it is, I think of it was General Patton was looking over the successful battlefield in North Africa, where he finally beat the unbeatable Rommel, the German general that had beat everybody that ever gotten in front of him. And he beat him, and at Kasserine Pass, I think it was, and there was a scene where in the movie about it, where Patton says, "Rommel, I read your book." Well, anybody who wants to fight this rapacious union and make some sense out of the K-12 system in Illinois, got to read the very readable things.
If you're a teacher or you love a teacher, they should be reading this too. The teachers really need to read the book.
Well, the teachers are the victim of their own union.
That's why I'm saying the teachers need to read the book so they understand, because a lot of these teachers think that the union's their friend. They don't know the truth.
They should learn.
In fact, there's a big rift forming between new teachers and the older teachers. Mm-hmm. The older teachers are saying, no, I'm not going to lose my stuff. And the new teachers are saying, if we don't reform this now, there'll be nothing left for us.
Well, that's why they should read the book. But Bill, the difference between Illinois and Wisconsin?
Oh, Illinois is much worse than Wisconsin. Let's just take one example. The top teacher salary in Wisconsin is $108,000 a year, which sounds like a lot even to me. The top salary in Illinois, $203,000.
But Bill, what type of policies, what type of political will was instituted by Walker?
Well, my
to help
point,
start
my
some of the
point is
changes?
his job was much easier than what's going to have to be done in Illinois, because their problem was not as bad as it is in Illinois.
We're way deeper in every way.
Those salaries develop directly into pensions, dollar for dollar. If your salary is twice as high, your pension is twice as high. In Wisconsin, teachers can't retire till 65. Here they can retire at 54. Okay, so the problem here is multiples of the problem in Wisconsin.
Okay, I'm just going to stop.
And that's union.
I'm going to just stop you for a second, and I just have to say my piece on this. You saw the kicking and screaming and all the rioting that was going on with the unions in Wisconsin, and they weren't getting as many goodies. What's going to happen here in Illinois when lawmakers have to step up and take
Worse,
political
it'll be much worse.
You got to understand the setting that he's trying to bring out here. Listen, Walker is a Republican.
Yes.
The Senate was Republican, and the House was Republican up there.
Right.
Not for long. This is recent, though.
They did the political control, and they took back the management of the state of Wisconsin was in Republican hands.
Right. It's going to happen to us in November.
Well, just hold on here. You don't get the picture here yet. What happened, they took control up there, the political control, and he was able to do the sensible thing to restore that system and save many hundreds of millions of dollars and make sense out of the pension of this thing. And of course, that drove the union crazy because he got this thing to where people didn't have to belong to the union. He beat the union because they had the political power. Here in Illinois, we got exactly the reverse proposition. Our guys downstate are part of the plot. The Democrats down there.
Absolutely. And some of the Republicans.
And some of the Republicans that are taking the crumbs off of, the Republicans believe in trickle-down economy. And here in Illinois, they really believe it because what they're getting is the crumbs off of the table of the Democrats that have turned Illinois into the most crooked state. Everybody knows that. This is the most crooked state of all the 50. And that being true, how did they do it? They did it with the money that came out of the dues of the teachers in Illinois. And Bill, how much did that amount to a year, the dues from the teachers in Illinois?
$134 million a year.
And that goes to political work
of the teachers at their workplace.
And that goes to political work for Democrats. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, yeah. It's in excess of 90% of the money. And of course, a lot of it is spent on lobbying. Most of it is spent on lobbying. They have full-time staffs in Springfield that do, in every meeting, every political meeting, there's a teacher union member there.
Let me bring in an important factoid, and that is, it has been determined at the level of the U.S. Supreme Court that money that was taken from the teachers, not only in Illinois but throughout the United States, that money, 80% of it should not be taken from the teachers, and the Right to Life Foundation has been working to get the unions to pay it back. 80% of that money belongs back in the hands of the teachers instead of going through the hands of the IEA Teachers Union primarily, and also the Chicago Teacher Union, and it goes through their hands and is spent on 80% at the highest court level has been determined is nothing but political, and it shouldn't be abstracted from the teachers. The teachers should be paid back that $800 average that they're paying into the thing. And we can do that, and we will have programs going to get the teachers back the cursed money that the union has snatched from them and thrown into the dirty political mill of Illinois.
Bill, does the money go to the NEA, then the IEA? Does it go also to the NEA, those union dues?
No, the NEA, the IEA is like a franchise of the NEA. So the money goes to the IEA first, and then the IEA submits a certain percentage of their money to the NEA.
Okay.
But the NEA contributes. They've contributed over $4 million in political contributions out of Washington
Now, the
Illinois
political
politicians.
contributions, we only have a few seconds here before we go to break, but the political contributions go to the party, or do they go to lobbyists?
No, the lobbyists are in addition to the political money. It goes directly to people. Madigan has received over $1 million, for example.
And so has his daughter.
And
Isn't
his
it
daughter
great?
also,
The
yeah.
Attorney
They're
General of Illinois.
Two of the biggest
Is
ones.
the daughter of the biggest political head.
Blagojevich got $1.7 million for his campaign.
And now we're paying for him to be in his
Yeah, he should pay for that out of
term
his funds.
somewhere in prison. You know what? We're going to come back with Bill Zettler after the break. Stay with us.